Hey guys, like, I don't know honestly what is wrong. I genuinely didn't want to do this video. I felt like I should. There's this guy that is just on the phone in his balcony and it's directly opposite me. So it looks like I'm talking up at him, but I'm not. So he needs to understand that he isn't important. That rhymes. I'm low-key going through it. I'm sure we all are, to be honest. I don't know why I'm whispering. I left my house literally to avoid whispering, and here I am whispering. But I feel like I need to pretend that I'm on the phone, because this guy is just like, he can see me, but it's like, and what if he sees you talking to myself? I'm talking to you lot, I'm not really talking to myself. Okay, I'm being very weird, guys, but it's like I said, I wasn't in the mood to make this video. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, do you want to know where my mind is at? Where my mind is at this. I literally, why did I say it like that? I literally finished my exams. I finished my exams. Basically, I have 2 more to go, but I just don't have the passion really with these two papers. I don't have the passion for it. It's about arts. It's about I'm not going to explain this predicament with you guys, because it's a predicament I put myself in, so just know that it's a predicament. I will, break loose from it sooner or later, but it's just like my mind is a bit like fried, because like I've just basically committed 100% of my brain cells to writing essays back to back tuberculosis. Okay, and now that exams are finished, it's like I'm feeling like, what is my purpose? Like, what was I made for? Type shit. I felt like a slave to writing essays, to pretty much the education system. And now that I'm free, am I really free? This low-key is reminiscent of Stockholm syndrome. It's like I hated being prisoner to the education system, but for some reason it gave me purpose. Like, it gave me an identity. Now that I'm set free from it, I feel like a carcass. I feel empty inside. Good, because I know this is only something God can fix within me, but this is where I'm at right now, and I hate the feeling. I honestly hate the feeling. This is pretty much what happens with someone who doesn't really have much hobbies. The only hobby I honestly could say I passionately loved, hobby, it ain't even a hobby, it's a pastime type. I love reading, period. That's pretty much why I created this channel. I love reading, and don't get me wrong, I still love to read, but it's like, it's something that I pretty much do at home. I want to be outside. Like, the sun is like so sexy right now, and I don't want to go outside just because, you know, I want to go outside because I have to be outside, you know. And like, I don't want to go outside where I have to like spend money just to find something to do, money that I need to put down in some place where I won't be able to reach, you know, because I got sticky fingers. I rob myself of my own money. Can you imagine? Guys, I can go on and on and on and on and on about this, but that's not what this video is about. That's not what I intended for it to be about. It's crazy how this video wasn't gonna happen, but it has to happen. Wow. Okay, so this is a mess. The sun is doing too much. Like, okay, so I think it's better now. I look more like my color, I guess. It don't matter if you're black or white. That's what MJ said, so color shouldn't matter. Guys, I'm sorry. Anyway, this video is going to be, I feel like I shouldn't make a video like this because I'm already in a pissy mood, but why not put myself in more of a pissy mood by, sorry, I don't know why I'm whispering, by sharing with you guys my pet peeves. Now, I've made a video like this a couple of months ago, a lot more months ago, and surprise surprise, in that exact video I'm wearing the exact same shirt. I made sure to let you guys know before you clocked my tea, no pun intended, but yeah, I'm wearing the exact same tee, I'm wearing the exact same shirt in that. Sorry for the shoulder. But anyway, like I said, I made a video about my book pet peeves before, so be sure to check that video out. I look as good as I did in that video, and in fact I also was in a pissy mood at the start of that video, and I did feel better at the end of it. I did mention that in that video, that I felt much better after sharing with you guys my pet peeves. So that might happen with this video. Let's wait and see. But I have 3 pet peeves. I have 3 book pet peeves. So hopefully this video is gonna go by fast, and let's just head straight into it. Yeah. Okay. So number 1 being fluff. Okay. I hate fluff. I genuinely just hate fluff. And when I say fluff, I mean just a bunch of like nonsense like going on in the story that you can clearly see it's just there because it's just there. The writer pretty much had no inspiration, really. The writer was just bored. The writer didn't really have any direction, didn't really have any plan behind the creation of their story. So they just, like, you know, in between certain plot points, there is just a bunch of just pointless plot points, basically. Pointless, needless storylines that don't really add to the story. It's just a way to kind of keep it pushing so you get to the end. But even then, do you stay? Are you still on the journey to the end? Because I know for sure, for me, I'm hopping right off that slow ass train. No, I'm trying to beat traffic, but this story is keeping you in traffic because you're so bored. An example of this is, although I love this trope, I do see a lot of fluff with this particular trope, which is friends to lovers. I love friends to lovers because I've explained it before in my videos before. I'm not going to explain it now. I just love friends to lovers, right? But in some romance stories with the friends to lovers tropes, there's like what are the obstacles that are preventing this couple, this friend, these set of friends to get together, to make it more than a friendship, basically? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, what are the valid reasons that kind of delay their the realization that they do love each other? Because most of the time you can clearly tell that they like each other more than friends, basically. You can tell, right? So what is delaying them from just letting it come out? There's just a bunch of nonsense just inserted in that it's just like, it's so obvious that you just want to pack in so much, right, to make up about like 300 pages worth of just pussyfooting. That's pretty much what it is. Pussyfooting. Anyway, I hope I made sense with that, because honestly that is a pet peeve of mine. Like, I read a book recently like that and I couldn't finish it. I'm gonna make a longer video about this, because I made this video about a couple of months ago and I wanted to actually return to the books, but the very first book in this series was A Friends and Lovers, and it literally had this flaw. It was nothing. I'm not trying to, I'm just being honest, guys. This book was a snooze fest. It was long for no reason, and I couldn't finish it because it was pointless. It was pointless, and so I couldn't carry on with the books after. But if you guys read this entire series, let me know if I made the right decision in just giving up, and if I should continue on with the other books in the entire installation. Because like, the very first novel was so boring that I just lost hope entirely with this series. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna read everything, you know. But I do still love a good Friends and Lovers. Like, I love Friends and Lovers. Damn, she got back. Sorry. But she do. Sorry. Anyway, the next pet peeve on my list is it's pretty much related to the first pet peeve that I mentioned about fluff, pointless fluff. This one is slow burn. Wait, I love slow burns. Don't get me wrong. Like, the same way I love a Friends and Lovers trope, I love slow burn. But you know what I hate? I hate a slow burn. Do you get my point? I don't like it when it takes up until the end of the book when the couple gets together. Like, I don't like it. It's a pet peeve. Some books, don't get me wrong, they do it right, especially if they are going to have, especially if the story is going to be a series, sorry. Just like, guys, I wish you can see what I'm seeing, but anyway. But anyway, oh, the human race, guys, we need to do better. I'm sorry, we need to do better. If it's a series, then it's perfectly fine. It's not even, I won't say perfectly fine, because I still feel like my time has been wasted. But I'm not gonna lie, I've read good books, basically. It just came to mind the kind of book I read where it was pretty much at the end of the story where the couple came together. So I'm not gonna knock it entirely, okay? But when it's really slow and I just feel like my time has been wasted, like, burn. That's a book that I would gladly burn. Guys, this sun is, like, I love the sun. I don't ever take it for granted, but it's playing hide and seek with me, for real. Like, it's playing hide and seek. England ain't the place to come if you want sun, because this sun, oh, my final pet peeve on this list is smut. Now, all I can say is that you know smut if you grew up on Wattpad. You definitely know smut if you grew up on Wattpad. Like, if someone was to tell me, this was like as a kid, if someone told me that they knew about Wattpad, then I'll give them a look like. But if you considered yourself a reader but you read on Wattpad, you're not a reader. You're not a reader. I'm sorry, you're not. For a very long time, I used to be that person. I used to claim that I am a reader, but I read on Wattpad. Mate, you're reading a bunch of smart. That's what you're reading. You're not reading books. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. There were certain well-written novels on Wattpad, right? Without the smart, that I would actually read, that I would consume, that I would immerse myself in. You know, I think those books really developed my passion for reading, I guess, you know, for bringing words to life, because they were written so well and they would always stand out amongst the bullshit that was Wattpad. Okay, Wattpad, especially back in the day, it was just filled with a bunch of horny teenage girls, okay, who had a weird obsession with 1D, with the boys of 1D, Justin Bieber, this guy. Guys, if I'm suddenly awakening a dark, deep past that you wished to, you know, keep contained, then I'm doing my job. If you're getting triggered over these, you know, gems, then I'm doing my job. But anyway, let's get back onto smut. Smut is disgusting. It's just unnecessary most of the time. It's just unnecessary. Like, it's just like I said, it's just, you can tell the writer is horny. That's what you can tell. Okay? Yeah, and I'm just too grown for that. I'm also just like, it's not something that I like to read, you know, as a woman of faith, as, you know, I don't like to read it. I just think it's wrong. I just think it's wrong, okay? Like, as a romance reader, I don't find the romance in the smart, in just that kind of imagery, basically. I don't find it. I don't find the romance there. I find the romance in the moments where you can see the deeper connection, you know, between the couple. You know, you can see, you know, maybe some kind of emotional connection, some kind of intellectual connection, you know, just a connection beyond the physical. Yeah, that's what I find the romance. And so when people, you know, present the smart a lot, when they solely focus so much on the lust, the aspects of lust, then it just, like, you can tell it's a cop-out, basically, that this isn't a romance novel. This is just, ugh, I don't want it. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I like one or two love scenes, you know, but I want my love scenes to be written in a way where it's not perverted, you know. As I've grown up, I've realized the value in just keeping it a bit PG, really, you know. Like, it just kind of ruins the writing. It just ruins the writing when you go into explicit detail. You know, like, oh, yeah. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. I guess I do feel better. Wow. I actually do feel better. I feel better. I think videos like this actually do make me feel better. So whenever I find myself in a mood, like I was at the start of this video, then I have to make sure I do a video where I'm sharing with you my pet peeves or just unpopular opinions, really, or just opinions in general. Yeah, I do feel better though. Oh. But anyway, I'm about to head upstairs and just chill. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And peace.